And a very good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Speed Gaming, and welcome to this afternoon's A Link to the Past Randomizer Daily Race. We got a good one for you folks. Today we have an Ambrosia seed between on-stream Fear Agent, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, Ancient Gamer, and Simo, amongst our other community racers. I am Captain MD13. I am joined by MathGirl718. How you doing today, MathGirl?
I'm pretty well. How are you?
Fantastic. So what an Ambrosia seed is we start out with a sword. It'll be a standard 7/7 defeat Ganon. However, the uncle will tell us our boots hint at the start of the game before he just nopes on out of the house, and we're about to get it right now.
Light World. Ooh, do you want a pet? Do you want it on the pet, or do you want it in Mimic Cave, or do you want it somewhere else?
The Lost Woods, preferably, because I like to go fast early.
Or wait, no. Never mind. Mimic's Death Mountain, but pet could be the boots.
Ooh, interesting. Interesting prospect. Certainly, I wouldn't mind a ped seed every once in a while. I certainly haven't seen one in a bit. But on top of going back to Ambrosia for a split second here, as we get a red boomerang on the uncle, Ambrosia not only gives us our boots hint, but every boss of every dungeon is guaranteed to have one of the dungeon's items. It will not be a dungeon item. Wow, that's an early cane of Samaria.
Also, to our bottom trackers, can you mark a sword for both of them? So Mimic Cave is technically Light World, but it is considered Death Mountain for the hints.
Alright, we've got everybody going through the front of Hyrule Castle. Now, with a red boomerang and a sword in tow, they will also be able to check stun prizes.
Oh, that's true.
And I see arrows drop from the green guards. Does that mean that we will be getting bombs in our drop pool?
No.
Oh, hey, how about another sword upgrade?
Huh. But there are... Well, technically there's 3 prize packs in Escape, but one of them's the empty one. So, 2 item dropping prize packs. Those are on the rats, and then on everything else. First sword was started with because this is Ambrosia.
Now, if the boots are relatively early and runners do get a glove or some fire source, they can just run and do back of escape without bombs, no problem. However, they would still like to see those bombs before getting to back of escape. To answer... sorry.
What's up?
Nothing. I was misinterpreting between Discord question and chat questions.
Oh, fun. Just the map there. Well, dang.
So that does guarantee that Dark Cross will have the key, which also means that all 3 chests in the back of the escape are items.
Yeah. Yes, Ambrosia is a casual seed, which is standard with Assured Sword. But bosses will always drop a non-dungeon item, and Boots Hunt is spoiled on Uncle, which is Light World today.
Yeah, so there are quite a number of options for Light World where that could still be. But we don't have access, well, we have a lot access to like the Sphere Zero checks, of course, but we are still missing a couple of items that can let us look around more, like a glove. Some bombs would surely help. Flippers wouldn't be a bad thing to find.
Boot tent was in the light world.
Alright, looks like it is Simo is the first one into Dark Cross. And it looks like the rats have our prize pool, our bombs.
Yep.
Alright, so both of our runners on the bottom of the screen have their bomb dropped so far. We're still, the other two runners are continuing to farm their Sphere Agent's bomb.
Boots cannot be on Lumberjack. Because you need boots to get to the Lumberjack, and this is not beatable only.
And our back of escape spoils are 3 heart pieces.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, it is. Alright, so, Simo gonna be the first out of escape, it looks like. With Fear Agent right behind, and Scruff and AG close too.
Yeah, all of our runners having a pretty solid Hyrule Castle run through, and our reward in the Sanctuary is. I thought that was gonna be a 4th heart piece.
Yeah, sadly no. Also, as demonstrated there by Simo, if you talk to the maiden or the guy while you're still in the escape sequence, they won't heal you. Also, pendants on Eastern and Desert and Crystal at Hera, I think.
Yeah, it was a crystal. Not even a 5/6, but so both our non-green pendants here in the light world. Fascinating. And it looks like Simo's first stop is immediately to go to Lumberjack, while Fear Agent will go to Lost Woods. That looked like a heart on the Lumberjack.
Oh, glove.
That's a pretty good spot for an early glove. And in case you had missed back of escape, well, you could go back and do that now, although it's only 3 heart pieces.
Also Ether.
2 unique items in the Lost Woods. That's a pretty lucrative Lost Woods. Fairly uncommon to see this time around.
Mm-hmm.
And it's highly likely, given that there's only 1 pendant unaccounted for, that 2 medallions may be necessary. It could just be 1, but either way, that ether ether medallion could be useful later.
Indeed. Well, let's see what's in the Blind's hideout.
Looks like everybody decided to go straight for the northwestern Hyrule checks rather than have somebody divert to South Shore.
I mean, this is... There's pros and cons to it, as there is with any route. So otherwise, everybody would be doing the same route. But the upside is that you get a ton of items right off the gate. But the downside is you might be missing, you know, Sick Kid and activating the flute if you get those in South Shore.
Yeah, I'm just not used to seeing everybody go straight to CAC, but it looks like Blind's Hut just had a lot more love and a little bit of money. Unfortunately, there seems to be a bit of a bomb shortage for Fear Agent, so and Simo for that matter as well. So they're going to need an extra bomb before checking the back of the well.
Oh my. go head to Back Tavern, and if that doesn't have bombs, then you can buy them from the vendor in Kakariko.
Well, and you got an instant refund in the back of the tavern anyway, so...
Fair enough.
Except back of the well is just a rip-off. 5 rupees. 10% refund. Getting our first look at Chicken Hut here by Fear Agent.
Moon Pearl.
Hmm.
Okay then.
Pearl and Glove. That's pretty promising.
I mean, no hammer yet, though.
True. But there is still a lot to look at before we start thinking Aga 1.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, just need lamp for Aga right now.
True, we did get that second sword nice and quick.
Aga's not dead till you find the hammer.
And just bombs on the library, so no need to go back for those after picking up the boots.
Also, race game was garbage as well.
So, just a Moon Pearl in Kakariko Village today.
In the glove. In the, Lost Woods. And sword. Yes. Unbeatable, as long as you don't need boots or whatever other item, it can be locked away inaccessible.
Alright, now we got a little bit of divergence here. We've got Simo going to Eastern Palace, while Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna and Fear Agent both taking on the South Shore.
Three bombs. Green Pendant Turtle Rock. Ew.
Oh my.
Flute!
I was going to laugh so hard if that was going to be another triple heart piece drop.
I'll take a flute, though.
Yeah, flute is pretty good, because that is a way to get to Death Mountain.
Our stun prize is hearts.
That might be useful in the event of an emergency. To answer a question in chat, bow cannot be on pedestal, Eastern Palace is a pendant.
There's the other ring, and there's the fire rod.
Okay, so now actually the path to Armos Knights is perfectly in logic.
Oh, AG doing a Gina dive. Flute was in the closet, yeah.
Yeah, it was in Sasra's closet. Alright, Fear Agent and Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna going to Ice Rod Cave.
Yep, also Gina had a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, just a few bucks. Our spoils in Ice Rod Cave are 50 more bucks.
Not horrible.
It is getting us slightly closer to Zora money, and Zora is in logic with Glove.
Oh, this is certainly true.
Simo finding the Titan's mitts in Eastern Palace.
Oh my. Well,
And I believe that is the first item in Eastern Palace, if not the second, which means the last one... I think it's the first item, because we know one item is guaranteed to be on the boss, and the big key is vanilla, so the big chest must be... The big chest must be... Actually, I'm not sure if we've seen the map. I know we've seen the compass. To answer your question, chat, Ambrosia means that you start off with a sword. It's casual settings, 7-7 defeat Ganon, but the uncle will tell you at the start of the game where your boots are. In this case, we learned they're in the light world. And all bosses are guaranteed to drop an item rather than a map or compass or key.
Yep.
Now,
like where Scruff said it, with 544 rupees is going to be able to get Zora, which is in Logic, and then these two checks as well.
yes,
Although they are not in Logic.
Yes, Hugo, our tracker, informing us that the hobo had Zora money with 300 bucks. In the meantime, please rise for the Hylian National Anthem.
Boots could be on Ped.
Unless Desert Palace's boots locked. Well, but there they are. They're on Zora Ledge.
Or that.
Which means their flipper's locked.
That's rude.
Now, I don't know if Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna has the equipment necessary to attempt a splash deletion glitch here.
I think so.
Because I know
Bombs and Samaria and the Red Ring, I think so.
Alright, looks like he is going to attempt it. Meanwhile, Zora was just a big fat scam. As usual. The old man giving us another valuable coin in the Bombos medallion.
I think 2 bombs, a red ring, and a Samaria block will do it, right?
I'm unfortunately not familiar with the full, intricacies of what's required for the trick, I should say, but nevertheless, I admire the attempt.
I think he's got to throw a red ring to the left, according to chat.
I didn't see what was on Spectacle Rock, unfortunately, but Fear Agent is going to take us a look. And inside Spectacle Rock is just another heart piece. And it looks like he got it. Very nicely done. That's going to pay off nice and early for Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna.
Yes, it will. And there's the boots for him.
Now, Simo taking those Titan's mitts and making an early Skull Woods dive here. Now, this is actually full clearable right now, courtesy of the known Fire Rod. And our sword. And we know it is at least a crystal.
Oh, there's that. Anyway. So, let's see what's in here. Quake.
Well, there's all our coins.
Yeah.
So the medallions.
Where was Bombos?
Vamos was on the old man.
Ah, okay.
Fear Agent and Ancient Gamer Bolt did a sequence break to rescue him.
So, Ambrosia is standard assured sword. All the bosses drop an item, being a non-dungeon item, that is. And Boots hint on Uncle.
Yes, and at this time we have seen the boots. They are currently on Zora Ledge.
Which Scruff has.
Fear Agent picking up his Titan's mitts now from Eastern Palace. So that's already one dungeon with a mandatory pendant dive, and get this, we could take a peek at the Misery Mire area.
You know, you're right.
And that may be where Fear Agent's going.
Appears to be.
Simo getting his fire rod now.
5-6 at Thieves Town. I missed the other one. Ether for Mire.
The other 5-6 crystal was Swamp.
Oof.
And as Sir Hosfrila enlightened us to earlier, our other pendant is Turtle
There's
Rock.
the bow.
That's pretty useful.
One of the bows. Oh! Ancient Gamer almost getting a snipe.
Yeah, Fake Flipper is a very dangerous sequence break because if you are hit in Fake Flipper in Randomizer, it outright kills you, but in Vanilla Link to the Past, it is a soft lock. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna taking those boots and Titan's mitts and making an early King's Tomb check here.
Just a piece of love.
I think at this point we've gotten enough heart pieces for like 2 or 3 heart containers and only 1 actual heart container. 1 or 2. But we've seen a lot of little bit of love today. Fear Agent also electing to make the Skull Woods play here. And we know that the other item is on Mothula, courtesy of the Ambrosia rule set. The other is our Quake Medallion. Which is kind of a blessing when you think about it, because that means you do not have to go visit the chest below Mothula's bridge. Unfortunately, it would appear that Simo did get sniped before reaching the hobo, so misses out on his Zora money. Granted, it's a scam anyway, but the only downside to that is that's going to keep him away from the Zora area for a while, which means not going to see those boots.
Oof. I mean, they know it's Light World, though, so there is that.
True. Ancient Gamer getting his scam.
And not doing the glitch. I don't know that Ancient Gamer knows how to splash delete. He's generally not too fond of sequence breaks.
I can understand that, because one thing that you gotta be careful of when it comes to sequence breaking is you don't want to lose track of where the logic expects you to go, otherwise you may just be chasing stuff for no good reason.
Yeah.
Looks like Simo also checking Meyer area with Titan's Mitts and Pearl in hand and Flute, so that's going to net Simo his bow. Oh, if there's an item on an important item on Armos Knights, that means Eastern was a required double dip. Unless that second bow is free somewhere and not mitts locked.
Oh, Fear Agent taking a death to Mothula.
Yeah, Master Sword Green Male Mothula still not the easiest fight, especially with only 7 hearts, it appears.
Yes.
Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna trying to get a little health as well before taking on Moth.
Scruff has an extra heart container though, so that's a little nice. Oof. Did he get chest?
I'm triple checking the playback. Looks like he got the chest.
Also, Hammer cannot be on ped.
Yeah, you need to get to Turtle Rock's balcony. Hookshot could be on pedestal. Theoretically, Lamp could also... Actually, no, it's needed for Turtle Rock, so...
Yep.
Never mind.
There's the hammer!
Hammer on Moth. So, excellent. So, it seems that the early Titans mitts is really paying out in spades so far for our runners, because that is your mandatory way to Dark World.
Yeah. Also, that means that Aga will not be seen today, at least Aga 1.
Unfortunately, Fear Agent appears to be having a... although it looks like he may have just gotten the magic refill, then taken an intentional death to warp a little bit. But he's trying again for Mothula, which is good, because this will net him his hammer.
Yep. Oh my, that's horrible though. Having progression on Moth at such a low health.
Yeah, theoretically, you might consider doing a Village of Outcast Thieves Town dive ahead of time to see if you can maybe get a mail upgrade or maybe some extra firepower, but at the same time, the hammer is unfortunately here, so if there is something in the Thieves Town big chest, that would be a very unfortunate double dip.
Yeah, it would. Also, that's both items out of Skullwoods, I just realized.
It sure is.
Hammer.
We will see if Turtle Rock is a Vanilla Quake. If so, Skullwoods with the double whammy today. And it looks like all of our runners are going through Skullwoods, so they will all hopefully get their hammers. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna showing us a big 20 on the bumper cave ledge, so no need to go pick up the cave for that. Fear Agent down to 1 heart. Aye.
Ouch.
That's unfortunate. Looks like Simo took a death as well before getting to Mothula.
There's the mushroom in Thieves Town.
If we could get all 3 items plus the big key here, that would be a god. That would be a god Thieves Town.
Yeah. I am quite worried about Fear though. I think he's just getting more magic.
Yeah, if your agent's getting extra free magic refill, then he's gonna just get grabbed, get a hand getting back to the entrance. And
No.
unfortunately, not a god thieves town, but still 2 items in the front, pretty solid.
You know, I know this is an unpopular opinion, but probably my least favorite dungeon is Skullwoods. Because of the hand.
I can understand that. I mean, backtracking is always a pain, but especially if it's not your fault, if you're like stuck and then you get grabbed. Alright, looks like Fear Agent's taking on Mothula. Simo in the middle of that Mothula fight as well. Oh, nope, he just took a death.
Am I the only one having issues right now? There we... somewhat.
Alright, Mr. Scruff, Ninja Tuna getting a map out of the roof of Thieves Town. And Ancient Gamer deciding, that does it, I'm using my Ether Medallion.
Yep, and also Moth down for Fear Agent.
Yeah, Tenacity paying off. Unfortunately, Simo elected to nope out of Skull Woods before defeating Mothula.
Oh, you know... Wait a second. Does Fire Rod dupe work on Mothula?
Fire Rod damages Mothula, yeah.
No, Fire Rod dupe. Okay, so, if you have Master Sword or better and you're at full health, if you alternate Fire Rod and Sword beams, at least on Cold Stare, it'll do Fire Rod twice, basically. Effectively in the game.
Fascinating. Ooh, Simo finding a blue shirt in the back of the brewery here.
Wait, what do you mean? You can do it with bow as well.
Alright, looks like Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna is going to fight blind. The third item was in the Thieves Town big chest, but it was just a big 20.
Yeah, but that's gonna be at the back of Simo's mind.
Yeah, we'll see what he decides to do after that Skull Woods dive. Luckily the big chest is useless. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna hanging here for a second. But looks like he's back in action. And Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, our first runner to take down blind. Item reward is a heart container.
Yep.
Just a big 20 on the chest game. So where do we go from here? Let's weigh our options here. We could fake Flipper to ice. We could do Mire.
We still have Hype Cave and such.
That is true. Well, Scruff could do Mire because he sequence broke the booth.
Oh, look what's there in the brewery.
The blue mail?
Yeah.
Yeah, Simo did find that.
Oh, That's being game.
Yeah, that is rude. Alright, looks like Dig Game is next on Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna's agenda. And it looks like it's 6 or 7 digs for 3 bombs in the Dig Game. I see the discussion in chat over Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna's new color. I believe that is a Gloomba. You may remember those from the Paper Mario games, the Goombas from the sewers. And it looks like Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna will be taking the Smith on a world tour.
Yep. Without the just 10 arrows there. But without the mirror, that's kind of the way to go.
Indeed, because this will be a route into a hype cave check. We could check pyramid and catfish. Now, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna wanted to, with Boots and Kane, he could elect to sequence break Misery Meyer.
Powder.
I feel like a trip to Magic Bat may be in our future once the Smith is turned in.
And unfortunately, I couldn't see what the last item was.
It doesn't look like it was money or bombs, because his bomb and rupee count is the same, so unfortunately we're going to just have to wait for the pause menu. Or for somebody else to check it.
Yeah, probably.
Everybody else running through their Thieves Town checks, yet Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna sequence breaking those boots. The
Oh, bottle.
Okay, that's our first bottle of the day. But yeah, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna electing to sequence break those boots has, you can see the difference. He's already checking out, doing the rest of the Dark World Overworld checks while everybody else is still going through Thieves Town.
Yeah. Boots can be a thing if used effectively. Alright. Nice. Ooh. Appears to be a little off script there. Alright, that's a dead blind.
Meanwhile, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna tosses a coin to his catfish, and we're not sure what he got. It does not appear to be rupees, though. I don't see any other miscellaneous upgrades in his inventory either, so looks like Hype Cave 5th item was not particularly useful. We're getting a mushroom check here.
Yep. Just a piece of love. So many of those this seed.
Indeed. All right, everybody has their Zora tunics now. Wait, wrong game. Ah, Simo electing to do the current bomb jump to try and get across to the other side of Dark World, but looks like he decides to abandon that endeavor for the time being. Sick Kid revealing that it is just a shield, while Fear Agent is visiting Pound Pound Town, as the meme apparently goes. Also, I totally blinked when I and missed what was on the Smiths.
I don't know, you had me laughing too hard.
Chad is telling us that Smiths was trash, and I did just see on the playback it was bombs. Magic Bat, on the other hand, is giving us more Zora
300.
money. Oh wow, it was only 5 digs for the bombs.
Yep.
So, let's think about this for a second. So where do we go from here? We have Titan's Mitts and Flute, so we could go to Dark Death Mountain. Actually, we can't get to East Death Mountain yet. We still have no mirror or hook shot. And we can't mirror to the back of Desert. We can't do Tower of Hera yet.
Meyer is not in logic chat because those boots are out of logic and no hook shot.
Their flipper's locked. Yeah. I think the next play is probably Pod.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Palace of Value.
Yeah, and we do have Hammer and Bow, which means it is a full clearable dungeon. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna actually does not have the bow yet, though. Neither does the Ancient Gamer. They have not been to Meyer Shed.
No, they haven't. Also, we're about to see that last item here. Piece of heart.
That's what I figured it probably was going to be.
No lamp to finish Pod either.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Although some rooms in Pod are in logic courtesy of Fire Rod.
Only the one dark room, I think. And
Yeah,
that's
but
the
that
dark basement.
Ouch, you jerk! Says the bunny to Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna. Looks like it was cash on the purple chest. Probably big 20. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna checking out Desert Legend Agina most likely will route this in with a Meyer Shed check, which will net him his bow, and that will probably convince him to go to Pod.
Yeah.
And on the subject of Pod, that looks to be where
whoa.
Fear Agent is going. Alright, so Fear Agent will be able to check a very significant amount of this dungeon with Hammer, Bow, and Fire Rod to add a little extra ice, to add a little extra logical checking. Pod is not bow locked. Although, knowing Fear Agent, I'm pretty sure he is going to full clear this dungeon. He's very skilled with his dark rooms.
Yes.
Alright, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, very happy, I would imagine, after picking up that bow, and he is electing to take his Sequence Broken Boots and go to Meyer.
That's a bit of a play. I mean, crystal, though, so...
And he elects to reply to our questions in chat by going, yeet! Not much coming out of Pod so far for Fear Agent. Alright, let's see what our first chest in Mire is. It is a map. No God Mire today. And for that matter, Fear Agent has found absolutely nothing in Palace of Darkness besides keys. No sign of
well,
the...
you
Never mind.
say that. You say that.
As I say it, right?
Open mouth, insert foot. Is that how it goes?
In this case, it's open mouth, insert Pegasus boots. Now, with that mirror, we are able to check all of Death Mountain now, pretty much, with the exception of the 3 chests in the back of Hookshot Cave. We don't have an invincibility item for Spike Cave yet either, though, unfortunately.
Nope. Scruff, Meyer. Small key. And a compass.
I wouldn't be surprised if our lamp is, our lamp is guarding something like maybe... Oh, we can get to Turtle Rock now. So,
Yeah.
if our lamp is in Turtle Rock, then Pod is a logical force double dip. Ew. I mean, given we're still missing a couple of items, I wouldn't be surprised if there is progression in Turtle Rock at this point. Looks like some money in the dark maze of Pod.
Yep. Heart container. Guys, I'm gonna try something. Screen's gonna... Well, okay.
It's not you. My comm stream's acting up too.
Next time it happens, the screen's gonna go black. Don't panic. I'm gonna be trying to fix something.
Simo having a bit of an issue, took collision damage during a water walk, so is electing to try and figure a way out of this mess. And unfortunately decides to save and quit. Now granted, boots are still out of logic without flippers, but
You know, I gotta ask. Oh, what the heck is Scruff doing? That's not my question, though. In that quote-unquote soft lock, can you actually splash delete to get back into fake flipper?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to defer that question to our experts in chat on that one.
Also, we did see hammer pigs. I think it was nothing of value.
I think Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna just realized he actually had powder. I think that's why he burned his magic. But he forgot that he actually had powder and just realized.
I mean, there's a magic pot here.
Yeah, he's trying to get a health refill real quick from the
Oh.
anti-fairy. The big key in the meantime was, I believe, vanilla. I don't see any additional items on Fear Agent's screen, so it doesn't look like anything of significance besides that mirror was in Pod.
Not that I saw, at least.
I do notice his heart count's up to 10, so there were probably a couple of heart pieces in the mix, if I had to hazard a guess.
There's a tempered sword in Meyer.
That's not too bad. I see also 2 dungeon items, and I think Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna picked up,
It's Ambrosia. Diddy's gonna have the last item.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't remember what the first item was, though.
The tempered sword.
Oh, right, it's 2 items in Meyer. Not 3. I've got Eastern on my mind for some reason. I almost saw King just having 50 bucks. But that is Fear Agent's 3rd crystal.
Yep.
And it looks like Simo is attempting a splash delete here. And he gets it. Oh.
No.
Got it once, but didn't make it down the waterfall.
Yeah, you gotta throw a boomerang left.
Ancient Gamer is electing to go take a stab at Spike Cave, if you'll pardon the pun.
Oh my. That is a bad pun.
I mean, it just popped in there, to be fair. Now, with that mirror, yeah, I would think Fear Agent's next play is probably Death Mountain. There's really actually not much else we can do at this point. We're still missing flippers for ice, by logic. We're missing flippers and hookshot for swamp. More importantly, flippers. Flippers are technically locking out Meyer unless we find hookshot. Yeah, Hera and Death Mountain are the only logical plays that I can think of right now.
Mm-hmm. Alright, let's see what's in checkerboard here. Armos is in logic.
That is very true. Fire Rod counts as a valid fire source.
There's the red mail. Where was our bow again? And our
The bow was in Meyer Shed.
Alright, so and the big key?
Vanilla, actually.
Then
So-
it's not in logic.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, actually, then technically, yeah, we still need a lamp. And it looks like our Book of Medora was on Vidi,
Oh boy.
which does give us an alternate way into Desert Palace. We'll see if Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna elects to dip Desert or to go to Death Mountain. Or Pod, rather, since that's since he's still looking for that mirror.
Also, while we're at it, for the pet hype index, I think it's just hookshot and flippers at this point, right?
I think so, because we have all the medallions. It could be shovel leading to either of those 2 items. It can't be lamp. It can't be ice rod. Yeah, I think we're down to shovel, hookshot, or flippers.
Or have we seen Bumper Cave?
We have seen Bumper
But-
Cave. It is a big 20.
Alright, yeah, then.
This actually does give Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna an ether tablet check as well, and he may decide to check Bombo's tablet real quick before going to Death Mountain. After getting the mirror from Pod. And Simo finally getting that hammer from Skull Woods.
Well, there's the cave.
Okay, so we know the other item is on Moldorm, and the big key is vanilla.
No point in checking the upstairs chests.
Yeah,
Just gonna
unfortunately,
have a map and a compass.
Yeah, unfortunately, no hook shot either, so Fear Agent will not be able to Harapod here. Alright, one tea break later, and Fear Agent is about to get that big key.
Yep.
Please do not mirror out before getting the key. Thank you. I've seen it happen.
Oh man. I have seen Thieves Town Big Chest mirror right before open.
Oh, I've seen people mirror before they pick up the crystals from their bosses.
Oh gosh.
At the very least, you don't have to kill the boss again, unlike Ganon, where you just where you leave the arena and you kill him, you leave the arena and he's back. It's like, really, dude? The Triforce was right there.
Yeah, I've seen that one as well. But anyway, off to Moldorm.
And after this, we're going to be seeing a lot of checks here from Fear Agent. We are going to be seeing East Death Mount. We're going to be seeing Paradox Cave. We can check Floating Island. He cannot do Hookshot Cave. Unless Hookshot, shows up. But he could do Super Bunny. He could do Paradox. He could do Spiral and Spike Cave, although Ancient Game already checked Spike Cave. I'm officially confirming this is the seed of a little love. There have been hard pieces everywhere today. Alright, Fear Agent giving us our Death Mountain checks while everybody else is taking the trek through Palace of Darkness. What do you think our next piece of progression is gonna be? Do you think it's gonna be Lamp, or do you think it's going to be Flippers with a hookshot in Swamp Palace?
Lamp to Flippers to Hookshot in Swamp. That'd be fun.
Yeah, not to mention it would have been a while before we could get up here because we had to go to Pod to get that mirror and all. Alright, Paradox Cave, show us your value. That is not value. Maybe you can redeem yourself on the upper end? Or is it the lower end? Wait. This cave is weird. Oh, that's Ice Rod in Paradox Cave? Oh, there better not be progression on Trinex. That is not going to be funny. Actually, it is going to be hilarious. I take that back. And it's just bombs on the floating island, so... we'll see what Fair Agent decides to do, because he's got all the medallions. He's got Kane, he's got, the means to clear Total Rock. And the medallion for Total Rock is Bombos, so that Quake in Skull Woods was pointless.
Remind me where Bombos was again?
I'm trying to remember. It was fairly early. It was...
Old man.
That's right.
Thank you, chat.
Yeah, big shout outs to our trackers this afternoon, Hugo and ETM, who have been doing a great job keeping everybody informed. Actually, come to think of it, DR is out of logic. It's lamp locked. Chat brings up a good point there. This seat is getting weird.
Yeah. I mean,
it begs the ultimate question, where is that lamp? The only other option I can think of is K45 and Graveyard Ledge. Unless, because to be fair, we haven't seen Super Bunny.
Cookshot or lamp could be in swamp, yes. But we still need flippers for any swamp checks.
Yeah, if it's not Super Bunny, then the only spots I can think of where progression could be, if it's not in Total Rock, is Super Bunny, not Super Bunny, Graveyard Ledge and K45. That's it. Just the mirror checks. Although, to be fair, we do have Desert Palace access. Although, the book was on... Oh no, the book was on Vidi. And Vidi is lamp locked too, so... Well, theoretically, we could just backdoor Desert with the mirror, so... Desert is in logic. So, yeah, Desert or the mirror checks are the only two, things that come to mind immediately when I think of, where our progression could be. Vanilla Big Key in Total Rock, though.
That's gross. Kind of prevents... Oh, yeah.
And
alright.
Let's
see this. 50 rupees.
So, Ether Tablet is unfortunately a bust. Yeah, strap yourselves in, folks. This seed looks to be throwing everybody for quite the loop.
I mean, we're running low on locations.
Yeah, I'm actually legit surprised, given how much we have seen, or given how much of Total Rock we have seen, that there hasn't been any value in there.
I mean, It's not quite as bad as Pod, but it's still pretty well a mullet.
True, although to my understanding, there is a god key setup where you can actually avoid the big key chest and laser bridge if you get a key in the map room followed by a key and a big key in the crystal roller room.
Yeah, if you get 3 keys and a big key between the roller room, the compass room, and the chain chomp room, and that's God Turtle Rock.
Okay. To clarify one thing in chat, the shroom is already known. The shroom led to Junk, and that was in Thieves Town. Nothing of significance in the Turtle Rock big chest. Fear Agent have a little trouble boarding the platform there. He's gotta watch his health. And does not have any safety health refills. Does have the cape, though. Incoming! This can only end one... Oh, using the boomerang to save himself there. I think. And down goes Fear Agent. And he's out of magic, so he's gonna have to bomb jump his way across the gap here.
Yep.
And I think he just realized there's not really any good spots to get magic, so... I believe he's electing for a magic refill by fighting the mimics. This is a very peculiar play, given what we know about the logic situation with Turtle Rock at the moment. Although there is a small magic drop in there. So it's enough to at least get the cane working again. Ancient Gamer, meanwhile, defeating Moldorm for his heart piece and 4th crystal. Everybody except Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna currently running 4 crystals. Scruff Ninja Tuna has 5 thanks to sequence breaking Misery Mire. But it looks like he is electing to do the DDM checks as well. Now, luckily, there is a magic refill and a heart in this room, in this dark room, so Fear Agent getting a little bit of extra reprieve and a little bit of extra buffer to use that cape if necessary. Unfortunately, he can only take 4 more singeings before he takes another KO. I'm gonna be honest here, despite all the races I've seen, I still don't understand the layout of this room, but it looks like he got out. So his next stop is going to be Laser Bridge. I would wager he's going to take the safety exit just to be safe, especially since he's now down to half a heart. Cutting it extremely close with that hard hat beetle. And there's the KO, but luckily he's already opened the back door. And it's just a heart container in the first chest of Hookshot Cave from Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, so no sign of any progression on Dark Death Mountain. I completely missed if he checked Super Bunny Cave. Oh, actually, Chad is saying the lamp was in Super Bunny. Perfectly logical, too, so now this TR dive makes sense. Not much on Laser Bridge, though, besides our swag net. And Fear Agent must have counted his items, so that must be item number 4, so he's going straight to Trinex. And he knows Trinex cannot have the compass, so... Very heads-up play, very good knowledge of the Ambrosia rule settings. Alright, Fear Agent on the Trinex fight.
My apologies, So... Yes, my mic has not been working.
Ah, no worries. And it's just a heart piece on Trinex, so unless this green pendant has value, that TR dive will not yield any, will end up yielding no results. Very uncharacteristic of green pendant TR, I must say. So this pretty much leaves our only remaining checks now that Turtle Rock is in logic, courtesy of, ooh, Scruff Ninja Tuna getting bit in. And Fear Agent now getting that lamp. To answer question in chat, the Pegasus boots are on Zora Ledge. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna elected to do a splash deletion glitch in order to pick those up. So let's see where Fear Agent's next stop is now. Looks like it's a quick trip to Spike Cave. And with Cape, this is now a much more logical play, but we already know this is trash. So at this point, yeah, it looks like Fear Agent's first stop is that green pendant. I wouldn't be surprised if he routes in an Armos Knight's takedown with this.
Is this better?
Yes, it is. The first chest in Hookshot Cave was checked. It was just a hard container, and the green pendant is only a big 20. But Fear Agent is electing to nope out of the Eastern Palace area, so... And actually, with the lamp putting TR into logic, that also puts the pedestal into logic as well. Fear Agent now just about to get that Zora money from the hobo. And looks like Simo and Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna making their way through the back of Turtle Rock. And Ancient Gamer right on their heels. I can understand why everybody decided to choose this over checking Desert and checking Desert in the mirror checks. The mirror checks at this point in particular are really far out of the way. Also, given that, as far as we're aware, Dark Death Mountain was mirror locked, since you had to go the long way with Mirror Hammer, I'm pretty sure that pot is a logical force double dip. Unless we find Hookshot in those mirror checks. Well, even then, it would still make,
Yeah. Goodness.
Looks like Fear Agent is going to pay off the king of all scams, but we'll see if seeing those boots convinces him to do another splash deletion, to try a splash deletion attempt here. Ooh, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna getting, taking a lot of hits to the lasers, but does pull out the cape.
Where was Ice Rod?
The Ice Rod was in... I want to say it was on the right side of Paradox Cave. Upper Paradox Cave.
Oh, fun.
Which is convenient because, like, literally the remaining 2 keys to get to Trinex, 3 of the keys to get to Trinex, now that I think about it, were on Death Mountain. The Bombos Medallion, the Ice Rod, and the Lamp. And Fear is electing not to try to go for the boots. But I would imagine he is a bit confused at this point. I'm not sure if he realizes he has the mirror checks and the desert checks. Although, for all we know, Desert could be boots locked, so we may not be able to logically see what's in Desert anyway. But that's the green pendant for Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna. To answer a question in chat, Pedestal can still have flippers and hookshot at this point, or shovel leading to both. But it looks like Fear Agent is electing to do a, looks like he's trying again. To, splash delete the Pegasus boots. And with the lamp, as Chad points out, the Armos Knights are now fully put into logic. Because we now have a lamp to get the Vanilla Big Key, which... Oh, Titansmiths with Vanilla Big Key? I just realized that makes Eastern Palace a forced logical double dip too, if that ends up being progression. What is with all these double dips today?
Oh, we're getting a pet check.
Get your hype in chat. This may prove interesting, folks.
Just a little piece of love.
As if there hasn't already been enough of that this seed.
Pet is dead.
Oh, well. Which begs the question, though, so that if it's not Pedestal, then it is either Armos Knights, a non-boots lock checked in Desert Palace, or Armos Knights. Or, I think I said Armos Knights twice. Armos Knights, mirror checks, and non-boots lock Desert Palace checks. That's the ones I was trying to get at.
Oh my. This has been a seed, though.
You said it. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna electing to pick up the red shirt. And most likely is very glad that picking up that red shirt is not a member of Star Trek. Alright, so let's see if Desert Palace is boots locked. Well now.
Do you want to do a fetch quest?
Now the only thing that Shovel could have is the hook shot, because the flippers lock the boots. But it looks like the path to Lanmolas is not boots locked, so Lanmolas has our other item.
I mean, yeah, Ambrosia. So.
Now, one other thing in chat, flippers can't be in Hookshot Cave either, because if the hookshot is on the shovel, the hookshot is also by extension boots locked, so therefore they cannot be in Hookshot Cave, which actually makes Hookshot Cave pretty much dead at this point.
Oh wow. Could always have a second bow.
True.
Silvers are always nice to have.
And as the hint on the pedestal would say, do you fancy silver-tipped arrows? I'm also glad some folks in chat get my red shirt reference. I do appreciate that. Not quite the one cycle for Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, but with Tempered Sword spins, very easy recovery. And Lanmola's just having a bottle, and Cave 45 just having a big 20. Now, while this is still barren, Fear Agent's still demonstrating to us the Phantom Chest glitch, where if you mirror directly in front of the of Gary here after after dropping the chest off in the right spot, you can still get the item because the game still thinks you have the chest.
Looks like Scruff is going Bombos tablet?
He's getting his shield back first because it got stolen. But yeah, this looks like a Bombos tablet check because that and Graveyard Ledge is pretty much all we have left. Because the entirety of Total Rock ended up being pointless, unfortunately. And there's the flippers.
There they are.
I'm trying to think. Bombos tablet.
Wait, why do we
Yeah,
say Hookshot isn't behind flippers? Could Hookshot be the bonkable chest, or have we seen that one?
We've already seen that. It was a hard container. Oh, ETMR Tracker brings up a great point. The book was in Misery Mire, which the only way we can get in unless the hookshot is in, yeah, the only way we could know that we can get in right now is boots, and those are flippers locked, so yeah, technically that Bombos tablet is hookshot locked. And it's not on the shovel, so... So, while Total Rock ended up not being required, everybody's making it an Oops All... Desert actually wasn't required for that matter either. This is turning into an Oops All Dungeon seed for everybody. So the only two checks that could have hookshot are Armos Knights and Graveyard Ledge.
Yep.
Wow, that's ugly.
You said it.
Yeah, and he's deciding to bite the bullet and go straight to Graveyard Ledge. He's already checked King's Tomb. Oh.
Oh god, chat saying it's on Armos for sure.
It has to be, because this is a bottle in Graveyard Ledge. So yeah, a forced double dip of Eastern Palace to go back for the lamp, to get the lamp in Super Bunny, to go back to get the Vanilla Big Key, and get to Armos Knights for the hookshot. I'm not sure where Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna is going right now. I don't remember if he did Spike Cave.
Doesn't look that way.
Well, that's where he's going, so...
Yep.
Now, Fear Agent, in the meantime, is making the play, and Ancient Gamer... We'll see if Ancient Gamer elects to follow in his footsteps here. So after we get Hookshot, I'm going to try and see if I can piece together this spaghetti bowl of a seed here.
Oh, have fun with that.
Let me just get my notepad. Oh, but it looks like Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna is electing to take the flippers to Ice Palace. Unfortunately, the only good that can really come out of this is maybe Buttersword and Silvers. I don't know if he's just electing to gamble to go mode ice, realizing what's happened, or what.
Oh no. I mean, like you said, it's been a spaghetti bowl of a seed.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be sure to ask Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna what his thought process was for this one in the interview.
Maybe just not realizing it's not illogic?
Yeah,
or the hookshot can't be.
Because to clarify the story regarding the flippers, because the flippers were on Bombo's tablet, they needed the book, which was in Misery Mire, which either needs book or hookshot to get across. Boots or hookshot, I should say, to get across the front door. Problem is, the boots are flippers locked. So...
Oh my god, you're right.
The only logical way that he could have gotten across should have been hookshot, which, as I think we're about to find out in about 30 seconds, is on Armos Knights.
Oh, gosh.
Ooh, Armos Knight's getting a little bit out of pattern here.
And there it is.
So that puts us in no mode at 131.44. As Simo picks up the blue pendant from Lanmola. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to end up for everybody being an Oops All Dungeon seed.
Yeah. What was in Turtle Rock, if anything?
Well, there wasn't actually anything in Turtle Rock, but everybody dipped it anyway.
True. Well, minus Eka 1.
True. That's the only sort of saving grace we get from this mess, and Ped's dead. Chet does point out there was a bug net in Turtle Rock.
There's the butter sword.
Well, I guess Fear Agent's blind pulling the ped for that heart piece.
Poor Fear Agent.
Yeah, now Fear Agent's next port of call should be to go to Misery Mire, because that's where he's going to get his book, which will get him his flippers. And that will put him in go mode.
Mm-hmm. So Fear and Ancient Game are both having followed the logic. And Simo, it looks like. Yep, and Fear and Ancient both going to Mire right now. Yeah, this is the unfortunate potential side effect of sequence breaking is that you just lose track of the logic.
Yeah, we had brought that up earlier too. All right, so despite this craziness, I have managed to put the blueprint of this seed together. So, folks, here's how this was supposed to go down. You were supposed to go to Eastern Palace to get your Titan's mitts. You were then supposed to take those with your free Moon Pearl earlier to go to Skull Woods to go get your hammer on Mothula. Then you were expected to go to Pod to go get your mirror. You were then expected to nope out of Pod to use your hammer and mirror and Titan's mitts to go to Super Bunny Cave to get your lamp so that you could finish your logical double dip of Pod, and while you're at it, you can also mirror and finish your logical double dip of Eastern Palace to get the vanilla big key to go get your hook shot, which you could then use to go through Misery Mire to go
to the Bombos tablet.
Yeah, to get your book, to go to the Bombos tablet, to get your flippers, and that will put you in go mode.
Oh gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a mess.
That's one word for it. Probably the only word we can use on a PG stream.
But it looks like Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna is has realized what's happened and is going to go ahead and get that hookshot from Armos Knights.
Oh, that's good. Also, Simo going to the Armos Knights as well.
Yeah, unfortunately, the big key was the vanilla, so it's going to be the long way for everybody dipping through Mire here.
Yep. Flute was,
Yes. Flute was in Sahasrar's closet. Fire Rod was in Mini Moldorm Cave. Bombos was on the Old Man. So that was actually Lamplock 2, so let me make a note of that. Actually, Bombos wasn't required. Turtle Rock was barren. Never mind.
Yeah, no. The scene has just been a thing with logic.
Alright, Simo getting their hookshot as well. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna about a couple minutes behind. But with already having Mire on his under his belt, that will save him a considerable amount of time because this hookshot will actually put him in go mode. And he'll be able to go mode Swamp Palace, which is pretty much the only saving grace out of all of this for our runners.
All right. If you're about to enter Vidi, Ancient going to the back, and Simo just entering Mire while Scruff is almost Armos.
Yeah, at this point, everybody is pretty much locked into the same path, because they pretty much have to defeat Vidi to get their books, to get their flippers, and that'll be all she wrote for them.
I think Scruff has the lead on this, though.
He does.
Actually, yeah, he has a very solid lead at that.
Indeed, because, all he needs to do is pick up Hookshot and go mode Swamp Palace, and that's all that's left for his day.
Yep.
Fear Agent appears to be deciding to go take a quick side trip to the Ether Tablet first, although unfortunately it would appear he got dead rocked. He's still getting dead rocked. And now he's getting giant rocked.
Cabbages, please.
No, I'm not hungry, thank you.
Also, that nice double hook shot to stun and then move the dead rock was beautiful. That's a little bit tight of a window.
Yeah, hookshots have a surprisingly large amount of recoil on dead rocks. Ancient Gamer, meanwhile, deciding we're just going to do this the easy way and just Mad Slash with Cape on. And actually, trying to think of it, at least three bosses today had progression on as their item, because Mothula had Hammer, Vidi had Book, and Armos had Hookshot. And yep, Hookshot Cave was complete trash. So Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna, now in go mode, is zipping straight through Swamp Palace. And Fear Agent has elected, after not seeing anything on Ether Tablet, to forfeit the race.
Oh, poor Fear Agent.
Meanwhile, Ancient Gamer has just picked up the flippers and is now in go mode. So Ancient Gamer is going to be able to at least go mode Ice as well as go mode Swamp.
But Scruff already at Argus, so that's a very commanding lead in this race.
Yeah, and with Buttersword, shouldn't have too much trouble with the GT climb, and may still have to do Silverless Ganon, but Buttersword Silverless is still far less troublesome than Master Sword Silverless. Although all of our runners are on at least Tempered Swords, so that is a bit of a saving grace for them.
Yep. Also, Fear Agent declining an interview, and Scruff defeats Argus. Get your guesses in chat. I'm gonna say 22. Where the big key will be.
Yeah, given this seed, I wouldn't be surprised if it was 22, but I'm gonna go slightly under and say 20.
Okay.
I want to see Armos on Ice. Well, we're gonna see Armos on Ice if it's in tie room anyway, but... Not quite sure why Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna picked up those 10 arrows.
Gauntlet. Or not, well, the 2 mimic rooms, at least.
Oh, and you know what? He's out of ammo, so that actually does make sense. And while we have a split second as we're climbing up Death Mountain, we do want to thank Lobo Hobo for the Twitch Prime sub.
Yep. Thank you.
Alright. Simo now about to take down Vitreous. Going with bow strats. Gets that book and will very soon be picking up his flippers. Yeah, to answer question, Chad, Totorock only had the bug net, and the pendant only had a big 20. We are joined in the Twitch chat by Fear Agent. We do want to say, Fear Agent GG, valiant effort.
GG. Sorry for that disgusting mess of a seed.
Meanwhile, we should probably start counting our chests for the GT Big Key. We saw the torch and it was just 3 bombs. Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna elected to go left right off the bat. So this is our first check. Second check, small key. Third chest, also small key.
So, Fear, the flippers were on Bombo's tablet.
Chest number 5 giving Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna half magic. That's going to become helpful if we need to do Silverless Ganon.
Yeah.
Hope Room now. Chest 6, big 20. Chest 7, small key. And he's going to go Dark Magician and go full right.
Yes, so... well, no guarantee full right, but at least gonna do Compass Room. There it is.
So that is chest 8, I believe.
8? Yeah.
And 9 has the Mirror Shield, which doesn't really help, but... So that is chest number 8, and that means our winner is... our first guess appears to be Richard Wesley 69 was the first to guess 8. Congratulations, Richard. You get a lifetime supply of rando seeds, of which may or may not include this one.
That's mean. But scruff off the gauntlet, as Ancient Gamer is off to Swamp. And Simo off to Trolldorm.
Yes, Simo did not pick up the flippers yet, so has not done Ice Palace, so he's electing to do Moldorm first, then eventually will be led down to Bombo's tablet. No sign of those silver arrows yet, though, so unless they're in the top 4 chests, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna will have to resort to silverless strats. Which, again, half magic, at least a couple of 3 bottles, and Butter Sword should make this fairly less of an issue.
Yes, so... I think Scruff knows silverless cannon. So, through the gauntlet we go. Ancient Gamer, ready to go mode his last dungeon. Simo, I think he's down to just like a couple checks, if not the only check left being Bombos.
Yeah, I think what he elected...
Where's he going?
He might be checking Hookshot Cave. That's exactly... Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's checking Hookshot Cave.
That would do it.
Yeah, because Simo did not go straight to Bomos Tablet after picking up the book. So he's gonna... Unfortunately, I think he's gonna last location that those flippers. You know what's even crazier about all this? The boots weren't even required.
I mean, boots might not be required, but they're sure nice to have.
They're sure nice to have, but even after that logic chain, that's at the end of that logic chain was the Pegasus boots.
Yeah.
Like after flippers.
Oh, oi, see, why? Alright, so we'll see where Simo goes after this. Hopefully off to Bombo's tablet.
Alright, Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna making very short work of this gauntlet.
20 rupees. 20 rupees. Map.
Only one chance left for silver arrows, and that has to be Moldorm 2.
Yes, it does.
Unfortunately, Simo is elected to further last location then, and there goes Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna down the pit.
Like hardcore. Uh-oh. We're on Bomb's tablet.
And meanwhile, blink and you miss it. A double triple there for Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna.
Alright.
When I conquer the light world, I'll make a parade of all my monsters to demonstrate my might to the people. I'm curious to know what that's from. I imagine it's a reference to something.
Oh my. Yeah, Scruff. Thanks. Yeah, you might. Oof, that was a little close. Time for phase 3. Also, yeah, you sound fine now.
Okay. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Discord appeared to have a minor hiccup there.
Alright. One more hit and we'll find out where silvers were.
There's only 2 spots they could be, or 3 technically. Ice, or was ice full cleared?
Swamp
Ice left
Palace.
side swamp. They were in left side swamp or the big chest. Actually, a lot of swamp wasn't checked now that I think about it, because everybody go-moded swamp.
Yeah.
But yeah, nobody was getting those.
No!
And Mr. Scruff Ninja Tune.
Scream, please.
Looks like Simo's now making the trip to King's, or rather, I should say, Graveyard Ledge. Excuse me. Cannot check King's Tomb due to lack of Pegasus boots.
Alright. Let's try this again.
Gets Torch Glitch. Has to get, I believe it is 12 spins?
Yep.
Yeah, with Tempered and Butter, it's 12 spins. Looks like 3 so far. 4. I think it's down to 1 more spin for Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking I counted up to 8 for some reason. It should be 3 more.
Oof. GG.
And Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna finally crossing the finish line. He's going to come in first amongst the restream, 7th overall amongst our community racers with an official SRL time of 1:58.06. Our winners, our other finishers today, in first place we have Dracaris with a final time of 1:42 on the nose. PRD Wong with a SRL time of 1:46.09. SAGTG with a score of 1:46.41. Or not a score, time, I should say. And
GG, Scruff.
GG.
Is this your first sub 2 by the looks of it?
For Ambrosia, yes. I don't play Ambrosia often.
What a seat to get sub 2 hours on, right?
Right? I was thoroughly surprised, too. I was like, alright, Hookshot is obviously going to be the troll in this level. So where would it be? What would be the trolliest location? Left side swamp? No. Armos, for sure.
So, flippers were actually hookshot locked, if you think about it, because flippers locked the boots. The book was on Viddy,
Mhm.
which
since the
requires
Pegasus-
either boots or hookshot, and since, flippers
Yeah, hookshot
were
was.
locked
Yeah.
behind Viddy, that means that boots were the entry into Mire, which required flippers.
Yeah. So you had to go. This seed was so mean for people that played logically. I mean, not only did you have to go to Super Bunny Cave for the lamp, but then you had to go to Pod for the mirror, then get the book, then get the freaking flippers off of Bobo's tablet. It had you going everywhere.
Yeah, I have the whole sequence like written down here. So Sphere Zero gave you Fire Rod, Pearl, and a couple of minor things. So you had to go to Eastern to get your Titan's mitts. You then had to take those to Dark.
I just want to interrupt here. What the
Mhm.
heck? Ancient Humor just had a tail like bounce off of him.
Oh, I've seen that where it like goes in the complete opposite direction, like it's deflected. It just like
Yeah, what
yeets
the
off in the
heck?
corner. I love when that happens.
I'm
I
not
have
gonna
no
lie,
idea
I
why.
blinked and I missed it.
Yeah, I have
I
no
will-
idea why that happens.
I will catch that on the. I'll definitely catch that on the playback.
I'm sorry, I just was so confused when I saw that.
Oh man, I love the weird tile room shenanigans. And that freaking Ganon hint, I knew for a fact no one's gonna get silvers because guaranteed silvers are gonna be either in like the sunken room or on the left side of swamp. No one's gonna check that when swamp is their go mode.
Yeah, 'cause
Nobody.
Everybody's go mode. I think in your case, except you were the only exception where flippers were not your go mode item.
Those freaking flippers. Oh.
But yeah, so going back on the whole chain, so after your Sphere Zeros and your Sphere Ones, you had to get Titans and Eastern, get your hammer on Mothula, because that's your only way to get to Dark World.
Yep.
Go to Pod to get your mirror, then go get your lamp using hammer, mirror, plus Titan's mitts. Then go back to Pod, because that was by logic a double dip to get, after going to Super Bunny, to finish Pod, and go get Armos while it's at it, because that was also lamp lock, because Vanilla Big Key. Then go get your book on Vitreous, and then go get your flippers off Bomo's tablet. And then at the end of that chain, logically get your Pegasus boots.
Yep. And
Other
the
way
sad
around
part-
in your case, though.
The Pegasus boots weren't necessary at all. And it sucks. I was like, alright, maybe I'll luck out and have the GT Big Key be on Torch. Nope. Maybe I'll have this shovel, be hookshot. Nope. I mean, it was funny because, yeah, people that were watching probably noticed that the reason why it paused there at Zora's Ledge. The only splash deletion I know by heart is the bow and bomb method. I don't know the cane and bomb method. And I was like, wait, I've got Canis Maria, red boomerang, bombs. I can do this. And so I had to Google it real quick. I'm like, splash deletion ALTTP.
So, something to note, you need to throw the red ring to the left there, because it needs to stay on screen long enough.
That's what I saw in the little thing, because I tried it the first time, I was like, oh wait, no, hold up, that's for Lake Hylia. And then I watched the little video that they have there, and it's like, oh, that's why, okay.
Yeah,
Like,
you
well, I
gotta
gotta
have
try.
all the ends still on screen when you splash, I think.
Yep, gotta get all that juicy sprite overload. But
Yeah.
man, this seed, whew.
You're not kidding. Unfortunately, Fear Agent elected to call it a wrap after checking Ether Tablet and not getting the flippers. Didn't make it to Bomo's tablet.
Oh, poor dude.
Our forfeit count, actually, amongst our racers, we had 23 racers. Our forfeit count currently stands at 8.
Yeah, I saw that. The first one I popped up like, oh, well that sucks. Poor dude has, IRL stuff to deal with. And I saw the second, I'm like, yeah, okay, it's understandable. Then the third, I'm like, oh, wait, hold up. He forfeit? What the heck? Oh, it was an accidental button press. And then another forfeit, and another forfeit, and another forfeit. I was like, holy Jesus!
Now you understand.
Uh-huh. Oh man. I feel bad for anyone that A, doesn't know splash deletion, B, doesn't know dark rooms, and C, has a very short temper because this seed is atrocious for them.
Yeah, and the Ambrosia elements definitely took center stage here because Mothula, Armos Knights, and Vidi all had progression on them.
Yep, that was funny. I was not expecting the hammer off of Mothula, and I was totally expecting to die in that last little bit too. Being green male, 7 hearts, I was like, yeah, I got this. Oh, wait, no, I'm gonna die.
Oh man.
In the meantime, as we observe Ancient Gamer just wrapping up, almost done with his GT climb, and Simo actually just going to now go mode Swamp Palace. We have had some additional finishers. Technolink finished in 8th place with a time of 1:59.06, exactly a minute behind Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna. Obscure Lifeform takes 9th with a time of 2 hours and 56 seconds. Darkened Sky in 10th with a time of 2:02.49, and Corride in 11th with a time of 2:03.28.
Dang
So-
it, Technolink, I gotta get that MHA MSU pack now.
Also, 166 collection rate. That is surprisingly low.
I was gonna say, holy cow, that is so low considered what I did. The fact that the only things I didn't have left open on my... Okay, I use Map Tracker through Emo Tracker, and I go and click everything off once I haven't got it. There are 3 checks in Hookshot Cave, the 2 in Pyramid Ferry, the pedestal itself, and then, like, the 5 items left in Swamp. That's it. That's the only things I didn't check aside from GT. So it's either I didn't pick up a lot of the overworld nonsense, or it's just being very generous with that estimate there, because it's like, holy cow.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Yeah, because I thought you you full cleared ice, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, HE just like ran himself off the platform.
Whoops.
Alright, see you, Hugo. Thanks for tracking.
Whoopsie poodle.
And now he got knocked off.
That's alright, I got knocked off once. It was not fun.
Yeah, bosses have not, well, more so Mothula and Moldorm specifically, have not been kind today.
Mm-mm.
I mean, to be fair, the first one had nothing to do with Moldorm.
Yeah, Moldorm just likes being weird. Oh, and I gotta apologize for that bit when I was in Turtle Rock. The reason why I just randomly started getting those little flashes on screen, I forgot to turn my alerts off.
Ah, you had some frame issues, but otherwise it's been fun.
Yeah, I accidentally died to the chain chomps because of that. I was not paying attention, and one of my followers gave me a 10 gift sub bomb, and so I was like, oh, Jesus! And then I died. But anywho, I gotta go ahead and split. But thanks for the restream, guys. It was fun. Hope everyone enjoyed it. Thanks for the commentary and the tracking.
Alright, see ya. Thanks for racing.
Anytime. GG's, everybody.
GG. All right, folks, continuing on here, we have Ancient Gamer just about to get to the top of GT after having an extremely difficult time being a pinball wizard. Simo, meanwhile, has just finished Swamp Palace, so now it is his turn to make the climb to Ganon's Tower.
Yep. Ooh, this is a nice little... Ooh. Well, gets a double out of it.
All right, we have a 12th place finisher now. We have ED Domp with a time of 2:07.58.
I think just needs one more hit.
Yep.
Yep.
Down goes the evil wizard, and now it's time for Ancient Gamer to face the big pig.
Oh boy.
But yeah, one thing that I'm still like just so shocked at is that Turtle Rock was a big fat bait. You would think Green Pendant Turtle Rock, with finding everything we found so early, would be something, but no, even the pendant was trash.
Yeah, I mean, welcome to Randomizer.
Yeah.
Alright, phase 3. Oh, Simo's going right.
This is going to ultimately be the better move because this will give him the big key earlier, and we know that there's nothing else of any significant value here in GT. No silvers, red mail was in checkerboard.
Yep, Butter Sword was somewhere else.
I think it was Ice Palace, actually.
Oh yeah, Vanilla Big Key Chest.
Yeah, and only Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna full cleared ice, so was able to get that Butter Sword for Silverless Ganon.
Yep. Silverless, it doesn't matter whether you're on tempered or butter, though.
That is true. Does it improve the number of slashes you have to do in the first two phases?
Yes, but it actually doesn't save any time if you do tempered right.
Okay. And we have...
Because you can actually... Sorry.
No, you first.
Oh, I was just gonna say, you can actually one cycle each phase with tempered. It's just a lot more difficult than it is with butter.
Indeed. Ancient Gamer took a Ganon hug there, but luckily is on red mail, so that will only do 4 hearts of damage.
GG. Finishing with a 212.53.
That is going to be good for 13th place amongst the community,
That
2nd place
mobile
amongst our
G5 will
restream.
follow me for the rest of my life, I'm sure.
There we go.
I think that, so, yep, Ancient Gamer voicing his thoughts on that seed for sure.
Oh dear.
Although, yep, that was definitely a haunting seed, that's for sure.
Alright. AG will indeed be joining us for an interview shortly. Meanwhile, Simo is on the climb. Hello, GG Ancient Gamer.
I'm hoping when I went off mic, it didn't broadcast what I said on air.
It did.
You know, when I saw where flippers were, I knew I was in trouble because I knew anybody that knew the splash deletion was going to get them way early. I've never even tried it with the red boomerang and all that.
So Scruff was the only one to do it early, and Fear did it a little later. But you and Simo both. Simo still doesn't have boots.
Really?
Yeah, they ended up not being required this seed.
Yeah, I was scared to death when I finally. Well, what I did was the overworld had nothing, so I gambled on Pendant Turtle Rock, which didn't really give me anything but the lamp. So then I thought, well, okay, let's just go for a ped seed. So I started doing that. But when I saw, when I got hook shot and then I got flippers on the tablet, I was like, well, no, that's it. The only other thing that boots might be for is for GT, which is why, I fluted on over to the ice, because the boots in go mode ice don't really make that much difference. And I figured I could get the portal over to there and get the boots and then try to hurry up with swamp and get done. I was okay with my execution up until I hit GT. I don't know what happened there, but enjoy those clips, everybody. Yeah. It was a decent seed. It was fun.
Yeah, the funniest part of the whole logic chain is that the Pegasus boots were at the end of the whole thing. Because we wrote it down like the whole chain from start to finish. So after your Sphere Zeros and your Sphere 1s and your early stuff, you were expected to go to Eastern for your Titan's mitts, go to Skull Woods to get your hammer, go to Pod to get your mirror. Then after that, nope out of Pod, go up to Dark Death Mountain with your hammer, mirror, Titan's mitts combo to get your lamp. Then go back to Pod to double dip it, and to go back to Eastern because the big key was vanilla.
Yeah, I gave up trying to figure out where the logic was supposed to send me to get those boots. And what I figured I'd do is I'd just do every dungeon I could and everything I could, which I wound up doing Pod Dark. I'm glad I did that, because you're right, that was a double dip in Pod. I wish I had gone on ahead and done the dark rooms in Eastern, but it wouldn't have really made that much difference in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, because the bow was mitts locked.
Yeah, the bow was mitts locked. So it looked like there was a lot of back and forth in the logic in that seed. When I saw all of the forfeits going on, I'm like, what is going on? I must not be the only one having trouble figuring out what you're supposed to do here. So the only thing I know to do is when you can't figure out what you're supposed to do, just do everything you can do. And so that's what I did.
Yeah.
And the icing on the cake is that those flippers were technically hookshot locked because since the boots were flippers locked and the flippers were on the Bonos tablet, which was locked by the book, which was on Vidi, you couldn't have used the boots to get through Misery Mire, so you had to use the hookshot.
Yeah, I was figuring when I saw the flippers on the tablet, I figured somebody had gotten boots early and then used that to get into Mire instead of using the hook shot, which I got off of, what was it, Armos Knights? Did I get hook shot off of?
Yeah.
I was like, man, I did recognize it wanted you to go into Turtle Rock to be able to do Armos Knights, to be able to do
What was in
Mire.
Turtle Rock?
The lamp was in Super Bunny Cave, I thought.
Super Bunny. I'm sorry. Turtle Rock was basically a wash, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was complete bait.
Yeah. I fell for it. But, when
Everybody did here.
Everybody fell for it. Everybody literally made this an Oops All Dungeons seed on Restream.
Really?
Minus Aga 1, but yeah.
Well, you do that. You can't win these without rolling the dice on things like that from time to time. And sometimes it's going to come up snake eyes. That's just the way it is, So there's no need to get upset about it. You just put your head down and keep pushing through it, and you'll get to the end, But I did the best I could. If I could have been able to get the boots early, I think I'd have done a little bit better. But it is what it is. I guess I need to learn that glitch. But I appreciate y'all doing the commentary and broadcasting. If I hadn't decided to race in this, I was going to volunteer because I'm home today and tomorrow because of rain. But it was fun. It was fun. That's the first Ambrosia seed that I raced. And of course, boots were at the end of the logic chain. And I spent probably, the first 30, 40 minutes looking for the way to get to them. So, I wasted some time there.
We appreciate you racing for us all the same.
Well, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the stoopy at the end. I really don't know what I was doing with Mortal 2. I haven't had that problem in I don't know how long. It's just sometimes things just don't come together.
We saw you, and actually there's a clip in the Twitch chat of you apparently deflecting a tile.
Really?
Yeah, I can post it for you, AG. I can send it.
How did I do that?
Heck if we know.
Yeah, I want to see that. I don't know how that worked. I know that sometimes. You sure I deflected it? Because sometimes they'll do a little curve, and I might have jigged. I don't know. I'll have to look at it.
Watch it through, because the first one was a slight curve, and then the second time it just was a full.
Hang on a second. Simo did finish off Ganon, but he's frozen.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Did his game crash right at the bridge?
It's a soft lock. I've seen this once before.
Because I know he was burning fire rod shots in frustration, but
yeah, if you spam it, I think, or spam any item, you can get soft lock. You can also get soft lock trying to item dash.
And
yeah,
it must
apparently
have
he's
been
got to press Y or B.
Well, looks like he's not doing that because according to my entrance list, he has forfeited.
Oh, that's right at the bridge, really?
Pearl and a couple. Okay, I've never seen that before. Then again, there's a lot of things I haven't seen before going on today.
I mean, have you ever seen the Moldorm 2, what is it called? The tower despawn from Moldorm 2?
No, I have not.
Go
It's
ahead.
a quadrant glitch, basically.
I just watched that clip, and that is the weirdest thing. If you're wanting to know how I did it or what my secret is, I can't tell you because I have no idea why that happened.
And we're now joined by Simo in chat, Simo GG, and what? How about this seed?
It's a pretty interesting seed. This is not technically GG since I didn't technically finish it, but I was almost there. I've never seen that happen before. I didn't know I could hardlock like that.
I'm right there in the boat with you. Because that's the first time I'm seeing that too. But yeah, how about your thoughts on that ridiculous logic chain to finally end up with flippers?
Yeah, at that point, Bombos was pretty well on its own, so I did everything else. And then there was the hook shot in Eastern Palace, which was pretty mean too. It's definitely not a very friendly seed.
Yeah.
Like, I got the book and I figured, oh, well, I could go do Ether Tablet. Picked the wrong tablet.
Yeah, what we say is pretty much like the icing on the cake for the whole thing is that the end of the chain right after flippers was Pegasus boots.
Sad that I practiced the fake flipper. I tried to do it and I couldn't get it. And the boots were right there.
Yeah, you guys. The way that we saw it done was 2 bombs, a Samaria block, and throwing the red ring to the left.
Because that keeps it on screen longer.
By the way, Simo, can you see if pressing B or Y takes you out of the soft lock? Chat's saying it might.
No, but I get a nice beeping sound.
Oof. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, don't spam your items when the bridge is gonna form.
I mean, I felt pretty bad about the scene in general, so, you know, this is a pretty nice way to end it. I didn't want to go do I don't remember the last time I saved, so I wasn't doing all that again.
Yeah, makes sense. Any last thoughts before we wrap up?
I'd just like to thank you guys for hosting the restream and for your commentary and the tracking. I know it's a lot of work, and
Thank you for running.
have yourselves a great day.
You
Too.
as well. Alright. Well, I have been Math Girl 718. Joining me today was Captain MG13 and our trackers Hugo J. Maya and Edium. And follow all our runners, Fear Agents, Scruff Ninja Tuna, Ancient Gamer, and Simo Rock. And I'll leave you with the last words, Captain.
Sure, thank you. So, if you are looking for more speed gaming action later this afternoon and evening, we do have quite a number of events going on. We do have one A Link to the Past randomizer tournament race at 6:50 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. That is on Channel 2. In the meantime, we have a lot of other tournaments in progress as well. We have some Mario Bros. 3 randomizer. We have Mario World tournament in progress, and we have Chrono Trigger and Crystallis, a Crystallis randomizer in progress later tonight. So there is a lot to see tonight on Speed Gaming, so be sure to keep your eye on the schedule for more action to come later this evening. With that said, folks, on behalf of the staff here at Speed Gaming, we want to say good night and see you next time.